everyone. I'm going to do a review of sorts today that one viewer has repeatedly asked me to do over the last month and a half, and I've been, as I often am, quite busy, so I haven't had a chance to make this video before this date. But I'm going to do this for her today, and I was going to set it to private, but then I thought that I would just do this kind of as a review of the deck as well. And if you're someone who's been considering purchasing this deck, then perhaps this video will be helpful for you also. So the deck that we're going to be talking about today is the Spirit Oracle by Toni Carmine Salerno, and it is produced by Blue Angel Publishing, his publishing house. I will say right from the start that while I enjoy this deck, I don't love this deck as much as I deeply admire and treasure and adore the Wisdom of the Golden Path Oracle deck and the Gaia Oracle, also by Toni Carmine Salerno. However, having said that, this is definitely an effective deck, and it's also a very beautiful deck. So the person who asked me to record this video asked if I would show every card. So I will be doing that while I talk about the deck itself. I don't often do that in videos because a lot of you have messaged me that you find the video review is too long when I show every card. And also, I myself personally, when I get a deck, I do like the surprise of a few cards being in there that I haven't seen. So this is not something that I will be doing for every deck. And please understand that if you do request a review of an entire deck, it may take me some time to get to it, and it's not because it's not a valid request, it's just because I do have quite a full schedule. So the cards themselves look like this. They have the image on the front, and then on the back is the affirmation or card meaning for the card itself. So this deck does not have a guidebook. The box that the deck comes in, I believe when I got this deck I did a reveal and you can see the box there, but it's not a box that I've kept. I've had this deck for a long time. So there are no card numbers, it's just a title. Like this one is called A Place Beyond Time. And then on the back is the meaning / affirmation. So for instance, for this card, the meaning is, do not get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside your heart. An eternal place beyond time filled only with love. So that's the type of meanings that you're going to get. It's more of an affirmation with each card. And I definitely don't use this deck for divination. I do, however, use this as a weekly draw deck. So I actually use it every week since I've gotten the deck. I've used it just to kind of let me know what the energies are around me for the week. And I do find it very helpful for that. And the images in this deck are also really great to meditate with as well. So the cardstock is very sturdy, almost like to the point where it's, at least in my deck, it's a little too sturdy as far as like it doesn't, the cardstock is not malleable, if that makes sense. Like it's very stiff, and the cards have kind of warped a little bit over time as a whole, which, isn't a big deal for me, but, it's fine. And also, while the borders are nice and small on this, these are not some of my favorite paintings of his, although I do find a lot of these really beautiful. I think the artwork in the Gaia Oracle is absolutely stunning. So, if you're in the middle of choosing between Gaia Oracle or the Spirit Oracle, I think you'll find that you might enjoy the Gaia Oracle more. The images are not the same. Each of his decks has different card images from my understanding. I do not have all of his decks, however. I only have, I think, 3. I don't think I did not get the Magdalene Oracle or the Blue Angel Oracle. And they're not on my list right now. I feel like I really have some decks of his that I enjoy, and my absolute favorite, again, being Wisdom of the Golden Path. I really, really love that deck, and I use that deck quite a lot. So the colors in this one, I mean, there's definitely a color palette, a little more muted than, say, the Gaia Oracle. This card is beautiful. And I guess that I love this one as well. I don't have as deep a connection of this deck, but like I said, it is great for reading the energy. And I will occasionally bring this deck, like if I'm doing a day of readings for clients, for a group of clients, or an evening of readings, I will bring this deck as an affirmational draw for them to end the reading with. So I find sometimes that when I'm doing a shorter reading with people than I would like to, and the shortest reading that I do lasts about half an hour, you know, this deck is nice to have to end the session with, as far as a way for them to sum up their current energy at this time and the direction they're headed into, but to also leave a blessing as well at the end of the session. So, oh, I just dropped one. I will often call this the blessing card to end the reading and our time together. And that can be very beautiful. But I don't use this deck for divination. And I don't, you know, this isn't a deck that I use for shadow work. This is more just an energetic deck with some lovely images that can be very restful to meditate with as well. And I'll be really honest and upfront with you guys and say that I don't like the meanings written on the back. I would prefer a guidebook, and I would also prefer something a little more in depth. So for me, I'll just show you that image again. For me, this isn't like my absolute favorite deck by Salerno. Like I said, that would be Wisdom of the Golden Path, but it is a beautiful deck. And if you want more information from the reveal, I'll put a link to that. I think I was pregnant when I did the reveal video, so it was a while ago. This one's beautiful. There is, I should have prefaced this with, there is nudity in it, but I think it's very beautiful nudity. It does not feel gratuitous to me. It's more to express the beauty of being comfortable and completely in the moment with your own truth and your own authenticity. So always with me, Salerno's any of his artwork that includes nudity doesn't give me that feeling of gratuitous nudity. But I am sorry I didn't preface the video with the fact that there is some nudity in it. So you can see that you do get some, you get some information here, but it's just not quite as in-depth that I like this card as I would like it to be. And I just think this card's called Moon Goddess. I wish that there had been a guidebook. I wish it was a little more in-depth, and so it's not one of those decks that's really meaty and enjoyable for me to sink my teeth into, and that I really spend a lot of time with. This deck is more just one of, a really good acquaintance that I see maybe, once a week at the coffee shop, and we say a few words together, and I always get something meaningful from the conversation, but that I don't necessarily feel drawn to call up and have, more of an in-depth discussion. So this deck is more of an acquaintance for me, the Spirit Oracle by Toni Carmine Salerno. It's a beautiful deck. The images are not repeated from the Gaia Oracle. Now, to the viewer who requested this, like I said, I don't have his other deck, so I don't know if any of these images are repeater images. Hopefully you'll know that for yourself. But hopefully you've been able to see every image and decide, if this is the deck that you want to invest your money in or not. If you do not have a Toni Carmine Salerno deck, which I believe the viewer who requested this does. So if you're someone who's watching this and you don't, I would really recommend starting with the Gaia Oracle. If you're looking for a deck with his artwork, if you're looking for a deck with artwork by a different artist, but that he has created, again, the Wisdom of the Golden Path deck is just gorgeously incredible. I might do another video talking little bit more about working with that deck, and some of the experiences I've had with it over the past year have been very powerful, and I worked with that deck a lot this summer. So hopefully, to the person who requested this video, you find an in-depth look at the deck helpful. And just remember that there is no guidebook. The definitions/affirmations are on the back of the card image. So there is no universal, like there's no card backing. Each one is just the words, meanings of the cards. So if you're someone who doesn't like that, then this is a deck that you're probably not gonna want to purchase. But hopefully this has been helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.